A very pleasant morning to one and all present here. Let us start the program with prayer. Aishwarya.
Bajo Sitaram, Bajo Radheshyam, Bajo Sitaram, Bajo Radheshyam, Govinda Gopala Bajo Radheshyam, Govinda Gopala Bajo Radheshyam, Krishna Madhava Radha Vallabha Kesab Madhava Radha Vallabha Varadanarayana Nayana Biram Varadanarayana Nayana Biram Govinda Gopala Bhajo Radheshyam Govinda Gopala Bhajo Radheshyam Bajo Sitaram, Bajo Radheshyam, Bajo Sitaram, Bajo Radheshyam, Govinda Gopala Bajo Radheshyam, Govinda Gopala Bajo Radheshyam. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Aishwarya. Now my immense pleasure to welcome Dr. B. Kalaivani, NSS Program Officer, Unit 1, to give welcome address.
Kalaivani ma'am.
Kalai ma'am.
Kalai ma'am, unmute yourself.
Unmute ma'am. Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yoga adds years to your life and a life to your years. My humble pranams to Revered Director Amba, Revered Secretary Amba, respected Madam Principal Dr. R. Kumarani, respected Controller of Examinations, Dr. P. Prakash, NSS Coordinator, Periyar University, our Honorable Resource Person, Sir, Mr. R. Ramasubramanian, Sir, Hatha Yoga Trainer, Heart Wellness Institute, Tiruchirappalli, for this webinar on boosting oxygen levels through yoga. I welcome all the participants for this program. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Kalai ma'am.
Thank you, Kalai ma'am.
It's my privilege and honor to introduce and invite our today's resource person, Mr. R. Ramasubramanian, Sir, Certified Hatha Yoga Trainer by Heartfulness Institute. He is practicing Hatha Yoga for the past 15 years. He is the certified Reiki healer at second level, interested in holistic wellness. He had 32 years of experience of being worked as a chargeman, technical in heavy alloy penetrator project, Ministry of Defense, Trichy. Sir is interested in trekking and mountain photography. And he has done mountain photography in 8 Himalayan expeditions, all about 10,000 feet. At this juncture, we must thank our respected Madam Principal for having introduced such a notable person who is an expert in the field of Hatha Yoga as a resource person in this yoga event. As our principal ma'am has some preoccupations, she is not able to join with us and she conveyed her wishes for the program. With these few words of introduction, may I now invite Mr. R. Ramasubramanian, Sir, a man of distinction in the field of yoga, to take over the session. Over to the resource person. Please.
Namaste. I thank the management of Sarada College for Women at Salem and Dr. Satya and Dr. Tirupati, and for each and everybody who all have taken efforts to make this happen. So today's program is how to boost the oxygen level through yoga. So for that, we have to know what is yoga. Yoga is nothing but in union with what? There are so many definitions for yoga. One of the definition is to be in connectivity with the Almighty. That is one. Another, to be in connectivity with our own consciousness 24/7. That is also yoga. So in that yoga, there are several divisions. One of the division is pranayama. So while doing pranayama, our oxygen level will get increased. It has been proved. Why I am saying that it has been proved? As I am interested in trekking and mountaineering. When we trek above 10,000 feet, the oxygen level in the atmosphere will decrease. So when we found initially difficult, then after that, we found that doing pranayama and some kriyas will increase the oxygen level in our system. That's how I have landed up in learning Hatha Yoga. So we have done 8 expeditions in the Himalayas, and it has been proved through our experience that by doing this pranayama and certain kriyas, definitely it gives a lot of increase in the oxygen level. So what is pranayama? Prana means our vital energy, and ayama means regulation. So regulation of our vital energy, that is through breathing exercises, it's called pranayama. So one of my students who was a teacher, worked in KV Trichy, Kendriya Vidyalaya Trichy, has given a presentation on the International Day of Yoga regarding what is pranayama. So now let us go through that video, and because this time is in between noon, before noon, we should practice all these exercises in an empty stomach. But if the session is there in the morning, then we could have done the practical sessions. Now it is for an awareness. We are showing this video. Please take note of it. You need not to do parallelly. Later on, you get the recorded video and follow it. Now let us go to the video. Number 1.
Place them on your knees. Close your eyes and straighten your back. Let us begin by taking deep yogic breaths. Inhale fully and feel your stomach or belly coming out as you inhale. When you exhale, your belly goes in. Like when we inflate a balloon, it becomes big, and while deflating, it becomes small. Again, inhale deeply. Belly goes out. Exhale completely. Belly goes in. Repeat it one more time. Inhale deeply. Belly goes out. Exhale completely. Belly goes in. To take it further, we can inhale and keep note of the counts. And while we exhale, we need to double the counts. For example, if we inhale for 4 counts, then exhale till 8 counts. Let's do it together. Inhale deeply. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. You can repeat this 10 times. Now relax and take a few normal breaths. Yogic breathing is helpful in improving poor breathing habits. Next, we will do Kapalbhati Pranayam. In Kapalbhati, focus is on active exhalation. Inhalation is passive in this pranayam. As you exhale, your tummy goes in. You can keep one hand on your tummy to notice the movement of your stomach. We will start with 40 strokes. So let's begin. Take a deep inhale. Begin. So this we have done 40 times. Your focus should be on strong exhalation. Inhalation is done automatically. Now take a few relaxing breaths. You can repeat this process 3 to 4 times. You can also increase the number of strokes and speed of exhalation after each round. Let's do it one more time. That is, we will be doing one more round of 40 strokes. Inhale deeply and begin. Ten. 20. 30. 40. Now relax and take a few normal breaths. Next, we will do Bhastrika Pranayam. In Bhastrika, both inhalation and exhalation are deep and active. Bring both your arms at shoulder level and elbows at 90 degrees. Now, while inhaling, lift your arms fully stretched and belly out, and then pull your arms down, belly in while exhaling. You can imagine pulling down a shutter. Let's do 10 of these pumps. Inhale, arms up, belly out. Exhale, arms down, belly in. Very good. Let's do Very good. Now take a few relaxing breaths.
This Bastrika and
You can do 2 to 3 such rounds. Next, we will do Nadi Shodhan or alternative breathing, also known as Anulom Vilom. Fold index and middle finger in the form of Vishnu Mudra. Then place thumb on your right nostril. Close your eyes. Inhale through your left nostril. Then switch fingers to close left nostril with the ring and small finger and slowly exhale from the right nostril. Now inhale through your right nostril. Switch fingers and exhale through your left nostril. This is one round of Anulom Vilom. In this also we can keep the counts of breathing while inhaling and exhaling. Like if 4 counts of inhalation is there, then exhalation to be done till 8 counts. Let's try doing it. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Inhale and keeping the count in mind. 1, 2, 3, 4. While exhaling, we keep the count in mind. Again, inhale through the right nostril. Switch fingers and exhale through the left nostril. Again, inhale through the left nostril. Exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. Your focus should be on your breathing. There should be no sound of inhalation and exhalation. Do this for 10 rounds. Now relax and take a few normal breaths. We will finish by doing Bhramari Pranayam. Sit comfortably, back should be straight. Bring your hands close to your ears. Use thumb to close flaps of your ears. Place index and middle fingers on your eyelids and small and ring finger below and above your lips. Keep your face in a relaxed position. The jaw should be loosened. Now, take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale slowly in a controlled manner while making a steady humming sound. So let us begin. We will do 4 of these. Let's begin. Inhale deeply. Now bring back your hands in Chin Mudra and place it on your knees. Relax and take a few normal breaths. That's all for today. Hope so you enjoyed this session, and for the best results, pranayam should be practiced regularly. That is daily. Thank you. Hope so you enjoyed this session, and for the best results, pranayam should be practiced regularly. That is daily. Thank you.
So, thank you, Shalini. Yes, shall we continue?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So now we should have understood that Bhastrika and Kapalpati are prior to do this Nadisodhan pranayama. So Bhastrika and Kapalpati are cleansing methods for having an effective Nadisodhana pranayama. You know what are all Nadis, Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, all those things are there. This, by doing this pranayama, our vital energy will be balanced position. That is what we require. Okay, now the topic is how to boost oxygen level in our system in this COVID situation, especially. Suppose there is a patient already got affected with the COVID. He cannot do all these things, learning all these things, then start preparing himself, all these things, he will not be able to. For that, what we should do? He is a patient lying on the bed, taking treatment during COVID. For that, Dr. Hansaji has given a wonderful suggestion. Let us go to the video number 2.
Namaskar. COVID virus attacks respiratory system first, and that's Namaskar. COVID virus attacks respiratory system first, and Namaskar. COVID virus attacks respiratory system first. And that's why in yoga, we have recommended lots of varieties of pranayams, various pranayams to see that the respiratory system functions really well. Among all the pranayams, one pranayam has proved to be really effective amongst everything. And this has proved clinically also so good that it is shown that it arrests the infection from growing and it really stops the virus from spreading. This pranayam is called as Bhramari Pranayam. Studies are showing that this Bhramari Pranayam helps increasing the nitrous oxide in our lung. And why this is so important? Because the nitrous oxide has a very strong antiviral property. It reduces the replication of viruses and thereby stops the spreading of virus in our system. So understand how to do this pranayam, Bhramari Pranayam. This pranayam is very simple. You have to sit or at least be at a steady place. Take a long breath in, inhale, do purak, and then create a humming sound. So what have I done? Just a humming sound. Breathe in. This is how. Now the same thing we do when we say Om. It's the same. So just do this. You can do this and form a habit that in the morning you will do 5 rounds. At night you will do 5 rounds of this. During day, whenever possible, 1 or 2 rounds. Whenever you are sitting, just do this, or whenever you are standing at one quiet place, just do this. When you are creating this humming sound, to feel more vibrations, try and close your ears and then do the humming sound. Even you can support your fingers on your head and say the humming sound. You will notice that the vibrations would be felt throughout, and these vibrations are important. They would help to remove the virus. The studies show that these vibrations which we create by doing this humming sound really helps production of nitrous oxide. Today, biophysics is exploring this molecule for its wonderful effect in curing respiratory infection. This is also one of the reasons why nitrate-rich food should be taken during COVID infection. So understand, do this practice regularly. This practice really helps even in removing stress and tension. Stress tension also causes problem. You are doing nothing, sitting and worrying. Instead of that, do this Bhramari Pranayam and help yourself. So understand, let there be any infection around, any problem around, you have the capacity to overcome that with your effort. And here you have to help yourself. Namaskar.
So, this increasing the nitrous oxide will definitely help our lungs to improve the oxygen level. Now, we will go to another video, same done by Dr. Hansaji, for the whole holistic well-being. By doing this pranayama, by practicing all these things, it is not only one part of our body or only our physical body is fit enough. We should be fit enough physically, mentally, and spiritually. So let us see what Dr. Hansaji is saying about the holistic well-being and our lifestyle and our food, everything includes. So now let us go to the video. 3.
Namaskar. By now, everyone knows that coronavirus targets the respiratory system. Hence, patient feels breathlessness, shortness of breath, and restlessness. In some cases, oxygen level goes below the saturation point. So it is highly essential to enhance our breathing capacity and so the oxygen level. Here are certain ways to enhance the oxygen level naturally. First, proning. With increasing cases, few hospitals are facing deficiency of oxygen tanks. By now, most of us are aware how to increase the oxygen level naturally by proning. This proning technique is being explained by lots of people, but we have to understand this technique correctly. So let's understand how to do proning. In this proning technique, lie down on your stomach, take one pillow at the upper chest, that is around here. Take another pillow below your hips, not on your stomach. Don't press your stomach, your diaphragm will not move otherwise. Hips, below hips. And the third pillow below your knee, little lower part of your knee. So these are the 3 areas where you have to put pillow. Some people need more pillow at the hip region, carry on. Or some at leg region, carry on. Depending upon your comfort. But this is how you are supposed to lie down. In this position, you can lie down from half an hour to 2 hours comfortably. So lie down in this position and take simple, easy breathing. This position helps increasing blood circulation to your lung and really helps in oxygen absorption. In this position, you can rest your head on your hand also, what we talk as Makarasana in yoga. This is one part of proning. The second part is lying on the sides. After this belly down position, one should then lie down on the side, taking the support of your arm up below your head. This is called as Dradhasana position in yoga. So lie down on the side, hold your hands, let your head rest on your hands and lie down in a relaxed way. Your legs can be little bit folded, need not be straight. Lie down comfortably in this position, in this Dradhasana position. Dradhasana should be done on both the sides. Lie down on the right side for 30 minutes to 2 hours and then lie down on the left side for 30 minutes to 2 hours. This is in fact the best position to sleep during normal conditions also. These postures can help affected patients to enhance the oxygen level naturally and also keep the alveoli unit open. But understand, this is only an aid. If the condition is severe, proper medical help is required. Understand, those who are not affected, they should also practice all these things because it would definitely increase their lung capacity. Apart from all these, a normal person can do more of all these other exercises which we are mentioning. Second point, breathing exercises. All the inhaling and retention kind of pranayams work wonders to improve your breathing capacity and so the oxygen level. Here are some excellent breathing practice. Everybody should do these regularly. First, equal breathing. Try and see that you inhale slowly, fully, and exhale slowly, fully, and make your breath equal. So develop more awareness about this breathing. Do this at least 30 rounds in a day. We have 3 sets of muscles: diaphragm, intercostal, and clavicular. Now, when you inhale fully and exhale fully, you are involving all the 3 sets of muscles equally. Second breathing exercise is clavicular breathing. Bring your arms here at the shoulder level. Inhale and bring your chest upwards. push your chest upwards and breathe out and relax your chest, relax your shoulders. So this type of a movement and breathing equally would help improvising your clavicular breathing. Third area is intercostal muscle area. So try and keep your both hands on the side and breathe in and expand your ribs from the side and breathe out and contract your ribs from the side. This movement of rib would help you to increase the capacity of intercostal muscle by which you can improve the oxygen level. Another pranayama is the exercise of diaphragm. So do this diaphragmatic breathing where you are lying down, your legs closer to your body, and while inhaling you are bringing your abdomen little up, and while exhaling push the abdomen little down. Inhale, stomach up, exhale, stomach down. Go on doing this very easily, at least 30 rounds, 2-3 times in a day. So here you have used all these 3 sets of muscles. First you have developed these muscles and now you have used it for a complete inhalation and exhalation. This should be done regularly. Another breathing technique is Kumbhak, where you are inhaling and then you are holding your breath, stopping your breath for some time. So this retention of breath really helps in opening up all the alveoli units in our lungs, by which it helps increasing the oxygen absorption into the blood. The last exercise could be Kapalbhati. This Kapalbhati really helps removing the toxins from the respiratory tract. It's a wonderful kriya. Lesser the toxin, more would be the oxygen absorption. So here try and sit quietly, start inhaling and exhaling. First, understand that you have to suck the air from the nostrils strongly and release the air strongly. So it should be this sort of a movement, 30 rounds, and then taking a long breath in. It's a beautiful technique to follow, and it should be followed by everybody. Now the third point, when we want to increase the oxygen level in our blood, we have to take care of our diet also. We should eat more iron-rich food to improve our hemoglobin level. Spinach and all such green leafy vegetables. Then comes beans, pulses, legumes, beet, and even food like raisins, apricots, pomegranate. All these things should get place in our food. Less salt in your body would help oxygen absorption at kidney and blood. Another thing is drink sufficient water. Whenever you are thirsty, drink water. Fourth technique could be chest expansion technique. We should open up our chest, and so here are certain asanas which we should do regularly. First, wall stretch. Go to the wall, spread your arms on the side and go closer to the wall, pressure it out. When you go on doing this movement at the wall, this would expand your chest. Second asana would be Adho Mukha Shvanasana. Third is Yashtikasana. Fourth, Trikonasana. These asanas will keep all the muscles involved in the respiration flexible. If the chest muscles are flexible and stretched, it will help chest in easy inhalation and exhalation, and thereby increase the oxygen intake. Follow all these tips and it can help keeping your lung in good condition. And what will happen? It would improve your oxygen level. And above all, keep your mind free from worry. As the mind, so is your health. As the mind, so is your breath. So try and see that your mind is free from stress, tension, worry, anxiety. See that you think positive, good. See that you remain cheerful and happy, and go ahead with your journey. Let there be any problems. Problems come to go. They never stay. It will go away. Nature is there to help us, not to destroy us. Have faith. Do your duty towards yourself and towards society and learn to live successfully. Namaskar.
Hope everybody would have enjoyed. I hope everybody would have enjoyed.
Yes, sir.
So we have to
Yes,
keep,
sir.
yeah, we have to keep our mind totally free from worries and stress. And that will give lot of boosting energy for us. And we are coming to the last part of our program. Any questions from the viewers, it is welcome. With the little knowledge, whatever I have, let me try to answer.
I'll check, sir. I'll check the YouTube videos. Participants, you may raise your queries in the YouTube chat box. Our honorable resource person is ready to answer your doubts and queries. Participants, you may raise your queries in the YouTube chat box.
Okay. Even if you have some queries, you can send it to your organizers. In return, if they send it to me, I'll try to answer through mail or by WhatsApp. So let me thank all the organizers and the viewers for patiently listening to this program. And also, I thank one and all who have taken effort to make this happen. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I thank our resource person on behalf of everyone present here for your stimulating speech. You have maintained a remarkable poise in the face of potential audience. Now, may I invite Dr. P. Dhanlakshmi ma'am to propose vote of thanks.
நன்றி சத்யா. யான் பெற்ற இன்பம் பெருக இவ்வையகம் வான் பற்றி நின்ற மறைப்பொருள் சொல்லிடின் ஊன் பற்றி நின்ற உணர்வுகளை மந்திரம் தான் பற்ற தலைப்படும் தானே என்பார் திருமூலர். யோகக்கலையின் பிதாமக திருமூலர் தாம் அறிந்த பல யோக ரகசியங்களையும் வாழ்க்கை தத்துவங்களையும் சொல்லியிருக்கின்றார். அத்தகையவர் தாம் அறிந்த உண்மைகளை உலகத்தவர்களும் அறிந்து கொள்ளும் பொருட்டு பல நல்ல செய்திகளை யோக ரகசியங்களை எல்லாம் நமக்கு இலக்கியங்கள் வாயிலாக தந்து கொண்டு சென்றிருக்கின்றார். ஆக இந்தியாவில் தோன்றிய பகவத்கீதையின் ஒவ்வொரு அத்தியாயமும் யோகாவை வலியுறுத்துவதாக அமைந்திருக்கின்றது. உடல் அளவிலும் மனதளவிலும் வேண்டியதையும் வேண்டாததையும் பிரித்து நல்வாழ்வு வாழ்வதற்கு யோகா உதவுகின்றது. அதாவது கீதையின் படி யோகா என்பது செயல் திறமை என்று விளக்கப்படுகிறது. அதிலே ஞான யோகா, பக்தி யோகா, ராஜ யோகா, கர்ம யோகா என்று 4 வகை யோகங்களை பற்றி மிக அழகாக கீதையிலே குறிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கின்றது. முக்கியமாக செய்வன திருந்த செய் என்கிறது ஆத்துச்சூடி. அதே சமயம் பகவத்கீதையும் கடமையை செய் பலனை எதிர்பாராதே என்ற கீதையின் சாராம்சத்தை எடுத்துரைக்கின்றது. அவ்வகையிலே யோகம் என்பது ஜீவாத்மா பரமாத்மாவின் இணைதலுக்கான ஒரு வழி என்பர். இது உடல், மனம், அறிவு, உணர்வு மற்றும் ஆன்மீக வளர்ச்சிக்கு உதவிடக்கூடிய ஒரு கலையாகும். யோகா என்ற இந்த கலை வாழ்க்கை அறிவியல் மற்றும் வாழும் கலையாகும். பதஞ்சலி முனிவரால் இந்த கலை இந்தியாவில் தோன்றி வளர்ந்து வழிவழியாய் வரும் ஒரு ஒழுக்க நெறியாக பின்பற்றப்படுகின்றது. இது உடலையும் உள்ளத்தையும் நலத்துடன் வைத்து போற்றும் ஒழுக்கங்களை பற்றிய நெறியாகும். இன்றைய சூழலிலே கொரோனா போன்ற அந்த கொடிய அரக்கனிலிருந்து நம்மை காத்துக்கொள்ள மிகவும் அவசியமாக இருப்பது இந்த யோகா பயிற்சி முறையாகும். இத்தகைய கருத்தரங்கினை செம்மையாக நடத்திட, அதுவும் ஆக்சிஜன் லெவலை யோகா மூலம் ஆக்சிஜன் அளவை அதிகரிக்கும் பொருட்டு இத்தகைய கருத்தரங்கினை இந்த தலைப்பிலை நடத்திட அனுமதியும் ஆசியும் வழங்கிய நம் கல்லூரியின் முதல்வர் அவர்களுக்கும், அதே சமயம் நம் கல்லூரி இயக்குனர் மற்றும் செயலர் அம்பா அவர்களுக்கும் இத்தருணத்திலே நாட்டு நலப்பணி திட்டத்தின் சார்பாக நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். அடுத்ததாக இன்றைய இணையவழி கருத்தரங்கிலே இணைந்திருக்கின்ற ஐயா அவர்கள் திரு ராமசுப்ரமணியன் ஹதா யோக பயிற்சியாளர், ஹார்ட்ஃபுல்னஸ் இன்ஸ்டிடியூட் ஆஃப் திருச்சிராப்பள்ளி அவர்கள் இணையத்தில் இணைந்து யோகா என்பதன் விளக்கம் என்ன என்பதை பற்றியும், முக்கியமாக பிராணாயாமம் அதனுடைய மூச்சு பயிற்சியினுடைய செயல்முறைகளை பற்றியும், மிகவும் பலவித வகையான யோகா பயிற்சி முறைகள் இருக்கின்ற செய்திகளையும், அவற்றை கடைபிடிக்க வேண்டிய வழிமுறைகளையும் செயல்முறைகளோடு அந்த காணொளி காட்சியின் வாயிலாக மாணவர்களுக்கும் இணைப்பில் இணைந்த அனைவர்களுக்கும் எடுத்துக்காட்டி தன் இன்னுரையை வழங்கினார். அவர்களுக்கு இந்த சாரதா கல்லூரியின் நாட்டு நலப்பணி திட்டத்தின் சார்பாக மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை ஐயா அவர்களுக்கு தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். மேலும் இந்த கருத்தரங்கு நடைபெறுவதற்கு பேர் உதவியாக இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்ற டாக்டர் பி பிரகாஷ், நாட்டு நலப்பணி திட்ட அலுவலர் ஒருங்கிணைப்பாளர் அவர்கள், பெரியார் பல்கலைக்கழகம் சேலம் அவர்களுக்கும் இந்த தருணத்திலே நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். மேலும் யோகாவினுடைய நிலைப்பாடுகளை இன்றைய வாழும் கட்டத்திலே முக்கியமான தெரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டிய பயிற்சி முறைகளை ஐயா அவர்கள் செயல்முறை விளக்கங்களோடு அந்த காணொலி காட்சியின் மூலமாக தெளிவாகவும் அந்த பயிற்சியை நாம் செய்வதற்கு ஏதுவாகவும் மிக அருமையாகவும் படங்கள் எல்லாம் காட்டி நமக்கு விளக்கினார். ஆக அவருக்கு மீண்டும் ஒரு முறை நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றோம். மேலும் இணைப்பில் இணைந்திருக்கின்ற அனைத்து நல்லுள்ளங்களுக்கும் நன்றி கூறுகின்றேன். அதோடு இன்றைய உண்மையிலே இன்றுள்ள வாழ்க்கை சூழலுக்கு யோகாவை போன்ற சரியான ஒரு பன்முனை நிவாரணி வேறு எதுவும் இருக்க முடியாது என்பதை கூறிக்கொண்டு, ஐயா அவர்கள் காட்டிய அந்த பயிற்சி முறைகளை நாம் சரியாக பயன்படுத்திக் கொண்டு நாம் நோயிலிருந்து நம்மை தற்காத்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்று கூறி மீண்டும் ஒருவரை இணைப்பில் இருந்த அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி கூறி விடைபெறுகிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
நன்றி.
Sir, few questions have been raised in chat box, sir. Shall we discuss?
Yes.
Yes. Sir, one participant has asked, sir, how could you show us how to do Brahmari Pranayama?
Okay. Brahmari Pranayamam அப்படின்னா என்ன மீனிங் அப்படின்னா, பிரம்மரினா வண்டு. ஒரு வண்டு வந்து நம்ம தலையை சுத்தி இப்படியே பறந்துட்டு இருந்ததுன்னா என்ன மாதிரி ஒரு சவுண்ட் வரும்? அப்படின்னு ஒரு சவுண்ட் வரும். அது எஃபெக்டிவா பண்றதுக்கு, நமக்கு எஃபெக்டிவா ஆக்குறதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணணும்னா, காது கண்ணு மூடிட்டு என்ன பண்ணணும்னா உள்ளுக்குள்ள இருந்து ஹம்மிங் சவுண்டு கொடுக்கும். அந்த கொடுக்கும்போது என்ன ஆயிடுனா, அந்த வைப்ரேஷன் வந்து என்ன பண்ணணும்னா நைட்ரஸ் ஆக்சைடை கிரியேட் பண்ணும். எப்படி வந்து ஒரு சவுண்டு வந்து ஒரு கெமிக்கலை உள்ளுக்குள்ள உற்பத்தி பண்ணும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கு சயின்டிபிக்கலி இட் ஹஸ் பின் ப்ரூவ்ட். அது சொல்லியிருக்காங்க, கிளினிக்கலி இட் ஹஸ் பின் ப்ரூவ்ட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. இஃப் யூ கூகுள் இட் அவுட் த்ரூ பிரம்மரி பிராணாயாமா ஹவு நைட்ரஸ் ஆக்சைடு இஸ் பீயிங் கிரியேட்டட் அப்படிங்கிறத பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். ஸோ இது என்ன பண்ணுன்னா உள்ளுக்குள்ளார அந்த கோவிட் வைரஸ் வந்து டூப்ளிகேட் பண்ணாத அளவுக்கு வந்து தடுக்குது அப்படிங்கிறதான் அவங்க கண்டுபிடிப்பு லேட்டஸ்டா. ஸோ யூ கேன் செக் இட் அவுட் வித் கூகுள் அண்ட் லாட் ஆஃப் யூடியூப் வீடியோஸ் ஆர் தேர் ஹவு டு டூ த பிரம்மரி. நவ் பிரம்மரினா என்னங்கிறது இப்போ நான் சொல்லிட்டேன். எப்படி பண்றதுங்கிறத எதர் யூ ஷுட் ஆக்சுவலி எனி யோகி எக்ஸசைசஸ் ஷுட் பி லேர்ன் அண்டர் த கைடன்ஸ் ஆஃப் அ ட்ரெயினர். அதுதான் வந்து அட்வைசபிள். So it is better to find out a trainer and to learn it. Thank you. Any other questions?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Is it safe for people suffering from high blood pressure to practice Kumbhaka?
That is a good question. உங்களுக்கு வந்து கும்பகா அப்படிங்கிறது என்னது அப்படின்னா, மூச்சை அடக்கி பயிற்சி பண்ணும். அதை நம்ம வந்து இந்த எங்கேயுமே நம்ம சொல்லி தரலாம். இன்னைக்கு செஷன்ல எங்கேயுமே கும்பக் வந்து பண்றோம் அப்படின்னோம்னா ஹை ப்ரெஷர் இருக்கிறவங்க பண்ணாம அனுலோம் மெனிலோம் மூச்சை உள்ளார இழுத்து வெளியில விடுறது மட்டும் பண்ணினா போதும். ப்ரெஷர் இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம்னா அவங்க கும்பக் பண்ணலாம். அதுவும் எப்படி பண்றது, எப்படி விடுறது, மூச்சை இழுத்து எப்படி விடுறது, எவ்வளோ டைம் வந்து உள்ளுக்குள்ளார வச்சுக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிறது கணக்கு இருக்கு. இது எல்லாமே ஒரு ட்ரெயினர் மூலியமா நீங்க கத்துக்கிட்டா பெட்டர். Any other question? I am not able to hear your voice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There is a question, sir. Where does the Brahmi Pranayama increases the level of nitrous oxide in lungs?
That's what I said. It has been proven. If you want any material, text material, I can forward it to you. You can forward it to the particular student who is asking it. Because practically we cannot explain here, but we have the material for that. We will send it to you.
Okay, sir. So next question, sir, how long can we practice Kapalbhati, Anulom Vipin, and Bhastrika Brahmari
Pranayama. Okay. This is depends upon individual's lungs capacity and energy. Initially, we have to start slowly. Then we have to keep on increasing. Then at one point of time, we know our capacity, then we have to stop it. All these things should be monitored by a trainer when you are learning it. Then he will tell you where to start and how to do it and where to stop.
Thank you, sir. And
one more thing,
yes.
See, we are spending time for so many things in our life, hours together. If we take care of spending 1 hour for our well-being, either you do pranayama or yoga or your Surya Namaskar, learning something new in yoga, 1 hour daily, remaining 23 hours will be taken care of by our body, because our body is the most important one, and our physic, psychic, and our spiritual conditions are all important. We have to keep them in fittest level so that we'll be able to run our life without any problem.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Is Brahmari Pranayama is useful for heart patients?
Yes, it is useful for all the people, definitely.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. We have received many comments that your session was wonderful, useful, fruitful, and we have learned a lot. Wonderful explanation. So we have received a very fruitful comment, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
For giving me an opportunity to serve you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.